I'm going to give you a closer look, and what you see is a sealed cardboard box from MagicJack. Today is the 11th of June. The box has actually been here for several days, and it appears to be empty, which is appropriate because MagicJack said they would send me an empty box so that I could ship back these units. Each of these boxes contains 2 MagicJack units per box. Let me see, are there 2 in here? Yeah, there are 2 in here. And there are 2 in each of these boxes. These are brand new, unused. They came unsolicited, unordered. MagicJack just took it upon themselves to send them to me and to charge my debit card to the tune of $800+. It's now June, as I said, and I signed up for MagicJack service in early January. I purchased my MagicJack from Radio Shack, so the business transaction was strictly between me and Radio Shack. Radio Shack said that the phone calls were free for the first year. If I had any problem or issue with the unit, I could return it. I could return it for a full refund for the first year, and I only had to pay for the MagicJack unit itself, which was in the tens of dollars. So given that I trust Radio Shack, I feel they're a reputable company, I decided to buy the MagicJack unit, even though I was only in Radio Shack to buy batteries. It was a bit of an impulse buy. MagicJack is a scamish company. They have a computer program that you have to run to activate any and all MagicJacks, and you can't simply run it and have it go through the steps of activating your MagicJack. Even though you've paid for your MagicJack, it always, 100% of the time, asks for your credit or debit card number before it will do anything else. And of course, it seems that once they have your debit or credit card number, MagicJack then feels that it has permission to go on some sort of spending spree with your money. And when I complained to my bank, Bank Atlantic in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, they claimed that they had received some sort of paperwork from MagicJack. They issued a provisional credit, but they claimed to have received some sort of paperwork from MagicJack suggesting that I had some sort of business relationship with MagicJack, and that I had in fact ordered 8 MagicJack units plus additional years worth of service. Now, of course, I have one MagicJack which you can't see. I'll try to zoom in, but it's operating behind that phone, behind that desk on that phone, and that MagicJack, let me just see if I can get a picture of it. I think you might be able to see it. It's right here. This is it right here. This is the MagicJack that I bought at Radio Shack, and I'm reasonably happy with it. I don't really have any complaints at this time, and Radio Shack said I could always return it if I had some sort of issue with it. But as I said, it comes with a year's worth of free service. MagicJack claims that in addition to purchasing their hardware units in these boxes, that I purchased additional years worth of telephone service. And if you think about that, that makes absolutely no sense. Why would I, at the very beginning of the first year, which is free, choose to buy additional years worth of phone service, which costs money, when there was absolutely no reason to do so? It simply makes no logical sense. But these are the types of illogical arguments and assertions that a criminal, fraudulent, scamish organization like MagicJack puts forward to scam its customers. So I'm going to box up these MagicJacks, take them over to the shipping store, send them back to MagicJack, make sure that all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, that is to say, make sure I have the tracking information in place, track it all the way, and then follow through on everything to make sure that I get my 800 plus, approximately $800 back as quickly as possible, because by taking the $800 out of my account, they actually made my account go negative. And of course, when your account goes negative, there are associated with that all sorts of negative effects, like fees for having a negative balance, the potential to have your account closed, having your negative account reported to credit reporting agencies, and perhaps other things that I'm not thinking of as I make this video. But it's certainly not good to have your account go negative, and it's certainly not good to have a company like MagicJack have the power to simply take $800 out of your account. If I took $3 out of someone's pocket, I would be placed in jail. But for some mystery reason, MagicJack in the state of Florida is allowed to extract $800 from my checking account, and there are no repercussions. And I called the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. I called the Sheriff's Department in both Broward and Palm Beach counties. Palm Beach County is the county in which MagicJack is located. I spoke with their financial claims division, who told me that they're so backlogged that frankly they only get involved in cases involving $1 million or more. They went on to tell me that the FBI only gets involved in cases that involve $1.5 million or more. So they really weren't interested in my $800 case, and went on to suggest this was a civil matter for the civil courts. Well, I certainly could sue MagicJack civilly, but that would take months, and it's not going to get me back my $800, which I need right now to live. So I'm being repetitive here, but I just don't see how you can reach into somebody's account, steal $800, and have there not be any sort of criminal sanctions. To me, there's an organization in place that took the money. Given that there's more than one person involved, by its very nature, there's a conspiracy, and that in and of itself is a crime. So it seems to me that there are multiple crimes here: the theft of the money, the conspiracy, and then the uttering of the paperwork to the bank that suggested that MagicJack and I had some sort of business relationship, when we never had any business relationship whatsoever. Nothing, zero, no business relationship. The only relationship we had was a requirement that I run their computer program to activate the MagicJack, but it had nothing to do with paying for the service. The service was free for the first year, and I had already purchased the MagicJack at Radio Shack. And as I said, the business relationship was between me and Radio Shack, not between me and MagicJack. So MagicJack has committed fraud. They've lied. Not being an attorney, I'm not in a position to list all of the possible crimes or all of the possible statutes that they violated, but I can think of 3, and I just listed 3 right off the top of my head. So I really think they should be prosecuted. I did also call Pam Bondi's office, the state attorney general, but no one. And I also called, I believe, the U.S. Postal Inspector's office and possibly the Secret Service as well, but no one had any interest in doing anything about this. So I would strongly admonish anyone, if they're contemplating getting involved with MagicJack, to steer clear, because it's a ripoff. And if you look on the internet, you look all over the boards, what you find is that there are a few people who are satisfied with MagicJack, but those people are plants. You can tell that they're corporate employees who tend to say the same thing over and over again. And if you look at the logs, from the chat logs from their automated chat system, from their automated problem resolution system, what you initially see is it appears that you're typing to a live operator, but if you examine those logs carefully, you see that the same typographical errors, identical typographical errors, are made over and over and over again, paragraph after paragraph. The likelihood of that happening is 0.0. It could not happen. You are interacting with a machine. MagicJack has no customer service. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Department asked me why I didn't return the units to MagicJack, and I told them the answer is clear. You simply can't call MagicJack. You can't get a human being on the phone. And if you can get a human being on the phone, I'd like to know how you do it. I had to do a pretense call where I claimed to be an official from an investigative agency, and I suggested to them that they could either come down to our office or that we would come directly to them with warrants if they didn't resolve this problem immediately. And lo and behold, I got this cardboard box a day or two later. So it does take a bit of arm twisting to get MagicJack to do anything, and that's not the mark of a reputable company. Reputable companies don't operate that way. So it's certainly a lesson to me, and I'm hoping that this will be a lesson to anyone who's watching this, probably on the internet. So, having said that, have a nice day. I'll probably post a follow-up to let you know if and when I get my money back. Bye-bye.